And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. We've got Anthony Davis, George out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Batadze in at center. And for the Pelicans, Chet Holmgren out there with Jackson. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Markkanen in at the 3, the small forward. Pretty interesting backcourt matchup here, Grant, with a lot of star power at the guard positions on both sides.
And, you know, traditionally, B.A., when big guys match up, it's all about the power. But this contest is about finesse. Who can outplay and outsmart the competition?
Now, Paul George, a tremendous jump shooter, squares up, knocks it down. The defense has got to be better.
Westbrook against George. Rebounded by the Celtics. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And the Celtics in possession here. Bridges outside. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Back to Bridges. Holmgren with the block. And he's able to get it back. George against Westbrook. First quarter, just over a minute played. And George with some nice D.
Because of his quick reactions, he was able to stay with the opponent and contest the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
And the basket by Bridges.
Well, there you see Paul George as a facilitator. He can create his own, or he can get somebody else open.
It's stolen by Isaac. Pass to George. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Markkanen. Coming off a 12-point game. Westbrook, the pass to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Here's George. And he drops it in from the low post. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Doris, you think about how the Celtics are built. They make shrewd personnel choices year after year.
They have historically drafted very well. I think the challenge for the Boston Celtics and all organizations, the new implications of the salary cap and player personnel deal. Building teams may look different going forward. Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. Pass to Isaac. He shoots it. Another one falls for Boston.
Well, he is growing up right before our eyes. Jonathan Isaac making these kinds of shots in the catch and shoot. Wow.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Westbrook. Here's Jackson. Westbrook outside. Shoots over Bridges. And the basket by Westbrook.
Even when the defender is present, Westbrook shrugs him off, and you call that elevation, would you not?
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Knocked away. Pass to Edwards. Over Bridges. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for New Orleans, Anthony Edwards.
break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Edwards. Nembhard. He's checked in for Bridges. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's Nembhard. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
George passes to Nembhard. Jacks up a 3. And Davis slams it home.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
The shot by Nembhard, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense.
Oh!
The handle of Anthony Edwards so much tighter. That is so good.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Boston calls time here. Well, Doris, we're officially in the thick of it now. A big chunk of the season in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, no time to look back either, BA. What's done is done. The teams that learn from everything that's happened to this point and then continue to make adjustments and enhance what they do well, those are the teams you usually see make extended runs.
Here's Nembhard. No made baskets yet. Back to Isaac. Pass to Vitaze. Here's George. It's good from about 19 feet.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Count it.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Here's Nembhard. Releases, and good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And it's Holmgren missing. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, BA.
Isaac outside. Pass to George. Off target from 3-point range.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Edwards can't hit. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. And here's Davis. That one is off. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
Your Pelicans.
It's the Celtics up by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
The Pelicans trail. We've got Jackson, Chet Holmgren out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the Pelicans 5. Edwards with it. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Clock is at 3. Drops in the 3. Edwards got 14.
Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that That one's good. Holmgren.
And stiff defense is something Holmgren will have to get used to. Pros don't get to take easy shots.
Pass to Batase. Westbrook against George. Here's Davis. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Highland, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Both free throws good from Davis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Jackson down low, working on Batase. Fades back, and he buries his first look.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Pass to Bridges. Davis against Holmgren. George outside, beyond the arc. The rebound by Jackson. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And here's Highland. George defending. George against Highland. He can't hit that time. Ooh, nice D from George. Here's Davis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Right there, you see one of the many ways AD can beat you with his craft.
On the line for the Celtics, Anthony Davis.
Both free throws good from Davis.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
New Orleans calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. 5th best, Boston.
Boy, they've been hot. You love to see this kind of offensive execution.
Over to the left wing. Stolen by Davis. Pass to George. Now Isaac. He's covered by Holmgren. Outside Davis. 6 on the shot clock. He drops it from range. George has got 11.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
It's Edwards with a drive. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
George passes to Bridges. Here's Batase. Shots blocked. To the paint. Here's Highland. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And it's now only a 1-point Celtic lead.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to George. Here's Batase. Blocked. Stolen by Davis. George with it. Highland covering. George passes to Bridges. Outside Davis. George with it. That's in there. Davis with the assist. George has got 6 in the quarter. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Markkanen, the pass to Highland. Shot clock at 5. And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Reddish is checked in for Markkanen. Thomas, he's checked in for Boston.
Remaining.
Pass to Bridges.
2 minutes.
Back to Thomas. Over Highland. Blocked. got his second basket on the night. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Davis. Up top, Bridges. Guarded by Edwards. Thomas. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And Reddish gets it to go.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Thomas. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Bridges passes to Batadze. Here's George. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Well, this is a team that depends on Paul George to fill it up. Such a skilled, versatile scorer.
And play stops. So whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Westbrook comes in for Highland. Marshall, he's checked in for Boston. Thomas, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 7.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, guys, the agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
Davis from long range. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And that concludes the first half.
Your Pelicans, 32. The Celtics.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
The way they're shooting it from deep, they're going to be hard to beat. This team has a lot of confidence and lets it fly without hesitation. Defensively, you have to force them off their spots, make them put the ball on the floor.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
We haven't seen any urgency in this team so far. That's why they find themselves losing at home. They need to come out with some fire in the second half and let this crowd back into the game. Otherwise, they're giving away their home court advantage.
And that's going to do it for us here.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. On the floor for Boston, Mikal Bridges is out there with Paul George. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Goga Batadze, and it's Davis in at the 4. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, the saying is defense wins championships. But in this day and age, don't you need both?
No question, B.A. You definitely do. I mean, we've seen plenty of great defenses flame out in the playoffs because they couldn't put up points. Defense alone isn't enough. You need a balance of both.
First free throw is good.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
Both free throws good from Holmgren. Boston has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Pass to Davis. Now here's George. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 9. George with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And here's Isaac from downtown. They get it back. Batadze laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Batadze's got his first 2 points of the night.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact, this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will respect from everyone.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Shot clock at 6. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Boston's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. You know, when Isaac tore his ACL in 2019, it was a long road back for him, Boris.
You know what, B.A., it's hard for me to imagine a young player experiencing more tough injuries than Jonathan Isaac. What I appreciate is his willingness to fight through whatever has been put before him. There's a real mental toughness and a real grit that this guy possesses, and obviously a love for the game.
It's both from the stripe.
I think the fact of the matter is all the tools are there for Jonathan Isaac. It's really a matter of being consistent for this young guy.
Pass to Jackson. Will it go? That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. George finds Isaac. Here's Batadze, defended by Jackson. Batadze, the pass to Isaac. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Isaac's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Jackson. Westbrook outside. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
George outside. Fires from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Lets it go from 14. The Pelicans pull it in. Holmgren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
It's not just the decision-making. It's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
Bridges misses.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Commissioner Adam Silver has done a 180. Once in favor of raising the NBA age limit to 20, he now supports lowering it back to 18. He said it's the right thing to do, adding that the opportunity to work with players at a younger age on not just skills, but mental health, diet, character, and values could be in everyone's best interest. PA?
Well, it didn't happen yet, Allie. We'll see. And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, Markkanen, there's no question about his offensive talent. His skill set is the perfect match for the way the game is played today.
And the Celtics making a change here. Nembhard's checked in. Markkanen hits them both. Boston's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Bridges. Isaac outside. Here's Nembhard. Lets it fly. And he gets the jumper to drop. Nembhard's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Yeah, you're seeing Isaac mature as an offensive player. Finding your open teammate, such a critical skill.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Pass to Nembhard. Isaac outside. Now here's Bridges. 3-pointer, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Back to Westbrook. And here's Holmgren. Give him 8. Westbrook outside. Here's Jackson. And it's blocked by Isaac.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back. Jonathan Isaac. Woohoo!
Pelicans cleared away. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Westbrook. Now Holmgren. Here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here's Nembhard, pounded by Westbrook. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Westbrook outside. The rebound, Celtics. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by George. Bridges has got 5.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Holmgren with the block.
How about the 7-foot wingspan of Chet Holmgren? Send it back, young sir.
Pass to Jackson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Reddish is checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Banton's checked in.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Here's Nembhard, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Batase. Shoots over Jackson, and the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's foul number 2 for him.
2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
New Orleans is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Markkanen against George. A show of force by Markkanen to get through.
But Lauri Markkanen's frame, little contact, not going to bother him. He powers right through it.
And George launches it from deep. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Boston ending the quarter up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. They've got Russell Westbrook. Holmgren is out there with Jackson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Reddish in at the 2 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Here's Okogie. And a miss there on the triple. Here's New Orleans now. It's a 10-point game. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Najee, he's checked in for New Orleans. Wesley comes in for Markkanen. Pass to Wesley. Westbrook outside. Now here's Jackson. Najee passes to Jackson. And it's blocked by Davis. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Jackson. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Well, the defense always so attentive to Russ, and he knows, okay, you're going to send defensive attention my way. I will find an open teammate.
Isaac left side. To the inside. That's tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Westbrook slams it home.
Explosive, right? It would be one of the first words that come to mind. Yes, he's a point guard. Yes, he's a big-time athlete.
About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Pass to Banton. Launches a 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Banton's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. New Orleans calls timeout.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
The Celtics making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. The tricky little pass fake there. It's working well. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter. Bridges passes to Isaac. Right side, Davis. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. Isaac outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Najee.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Pass to Marshall. There's the 3. Hits a three-pointer.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Westbrook, the pass to Najee. Shoots over Davis. The shot by Najee, no good.
Terrific rim protection, impacting the shot.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Yet this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Pass to Westbrook. Back to Reddish. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Thomas, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Reddish. 4 on the clock. And it's blocked by Isaac. Davis, the pass to Okogie. Here's Thomas. Reddish covering. Davis can't hit.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
New Orleans making some changes. Holmgren, he's checked in for Najee. Markkanen comes in for Reddish. And it's Edwards in for Wesley. And the Celtics also making a change. Bataze's checked in. Here's Westbrook on the mark with the 15-footer.
Well, this is a go-to shot for Russell Westbrook. That mid-range ability, just where he is so confident and comfortable.
And Boston calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside but cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. Here's Thomas. Bridges passes to Bataze. Pass to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another 3 for New Orleans.
The seasoned veteran, the big shot maker, Russell Westbrook.
Thomas passes to Davis.
2 minutes.
Out to Bridges.
2 minutes.
Here's Thomas. Shoots over Westbrook. And he sinks it. Hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Celtics lead by 6. And the Pelicans call time here. They trail by 6. 1:50 left in the final quarter.
It's free t-shirt time. Get out of the season on your feet.
George, he's checked in for Boston.
Paul George.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Markkanen. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
George passes to Bridges. That one drops 4.
Well, good defense, losing to better offense in that instance. You love how calm Mikal Bridges is in the face of that great contest.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 5th rebound in this one. And stolen by Markkanen.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Edwards, a pass to Westbrook.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
First team foul.
43 seconds left in the 4th. Bridges passes to Isaac. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Russell Westbrook. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Jonathan Isaac. 2 shots.
He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. This one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way. We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Shooting for Boston.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
New Orleans calls timeout. They're down by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the final quarter. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Edwards. And it's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
And here are the Pelicans now. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Yeah, this is a tough moment, even for George. But it's a chance to show us he's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. Good on the first. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Bridges.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Chet Holmgren. 3rd personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line for the Celtics.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
And injuries have played a serious role in the career of Anthony Davis. But when he's healthy, he's a top 10 player in this league. You just hope for his sustained health.
From deep 3-point land. Misses the shot. So we see the Celtics get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up. Such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Anthony, it was a great team victory tonight. What satisfied you most about this win?
We just played hard. We just played for each other. The ball was moving, wasn't sticking, and guys made the right plays. And that's what we've been doing all night, all season, and I'm just glad we came out with the win.
Selfless basketball is a beautiful thing, guys.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.